I think we need welcome music. I think there should be a song. Welcome for June 6th, Tuesday, 2017. This is Spark a Dream, the Magical Dreams Media webcast, which is now a weekly thing that we do, which I'm very excited about. It's mostly going to be me. I keep saying we because I'm used to that now, but it's mostly me. I will be here with you every week. We're going to talk about what Magical Dreams Media is doing, what Disney 11 is doing. We're going to talk about life. We're going to talk about dreams. We, of course, are going to talk about Walton Oswald and what you'll find in that and in the life I write. Please check out our website at magicaldreamsmedia.com for everything that we do. And to support the work that we do here, check out Patreon, which is patreon.com/Samantha Lucas, because even $1 a month really helps out keep the lights on around here and keep this coming to you. We thank you so much for being here. We have a lot in store for this first issue, so give us just a second and I will be right back with you. Walton Oswald, The Dreamers Magazine. It's $4.99 a piece, or you can get both issues a month for $8.99 when you subscribe. We have a lot of Disney in it, obviously. Amy and I take a ton of pictures. We share our photos with you. I make video. Amy and I cook.
As we do say around here, we promise you laughter, not professionalism. But do not send me 10,000 emails explaining to me how I did this wrong. My pride can't take it.
Of course, now what you have to understand is I have a camera in one hand.
No.
And a cookie sheet in the other, and I have just said, would you like me to put a little butter on there?
It does not say to dress the cookie sheet in any way, so we're going to put these right smack down.
Like I was actually in a position to help in any way with that process.
If nothing else, I hope this video makes you feel better about at least trying to cook in your kitchen.
You gotta see that. We also have Sarah Norris from Gluten Free and Dairy Free at WDW. She shares her absolute wisdom with us in every issue a little bit. A very dear friend of mine, Suzanne Bata, who's an award-winning film writer and filmmaker. She shares some of her journey following dreams and being in this world as a creative. And we have a great time. We have a really great time putting this magazine together for you. Kara Helms brings us family stuff, crafts, and her trips down to Disney World with her little ones. And we just put this magazine together with so much heart and love. And it's our love for Disney and it's our love for you. And we really want to share it with you. So I hope that you'll check it out. I hope that you'll subscribe. We're only going to grow and get better from here. We're all very new at making a magazine. But I think we're doing okay so far. Thank you very much to those of you who already have subscribed, and don't forget that if you are a patron or if you sign up to follow us on Patreon, your subscription is included in that. So thank you very much for all your support, and check out Walton Oswald. I am now over 250 days into my 365-day adventure. And I've stopped talking about it as much as I did at the beginning, in large part because there's just been so many other things going on. We've got the streaming now and the magazines and the website, and there's a lot to talk about and promote all the time. And my personal journey of the 365 has sort of been pushed to the side. I'm still out there every day, checking in, but I haven't talked specifically about the journey for a while. So I wanted to share that with anybody who's maybe new or hasn't heard this story before. What happened was last year, September, the very beginning of September, I had a very close friend who passed away. Very suddenly, nobody really, I don't think ever figured out why, just, passed away. I'm a person that likes to find meaning in things, and if I can't find meaning, I will make meaning. One of the things that my friend Donna and I used to talk about a lot, Donna was a Disney friend, we used to go out to Disney together all the time, and one of the things that we talked about often were the dreams that we had for our lives that we couldn't wait until we could afford to do them. And Donna was in a very different financial place than I was in. She was working, she had a good divorce settlement, she had investments. She was actually very comfortable and very secure in her finances, and yet she was still waiting to take the cruise that she wanted to take, or to travel to California, different things that she wanted to do. She was still waiting with that same sense of, you know, when the job situation was more secure, when the future looked more secure. And when she just passed away like that, I thought, wow, what was the point of waiting? And was in a very different financial situation at that time. I had lost, my publishers had closed at that point. I think just the one had. So I was like hemorrhaging money at that point. But I still just thought there has to be a way to live right now. And for me, one of the reasons I moved to Florida, the big reason I moved to Florida, is I wanted to be out of Disney all the time. And I wasn't. I was working all the time. I was at home. I was writing a lot. I was trying to make ends meet. I was trying to, you know, make up for the income that I had lost with the closing of the one publisher. And I just realized that, you know, life was too short for that. So for myself, I decided I would attempt to go to Disney World every day for 365 days. My birthday was a few weeks away from that. I just decided I would start on my birthday and go for a full year. It seemed like a silly, frivolous thing. I had the annual pass, so it wasn't going to cost me any extra money, but it was something to be active, something to be living. It changed my whole life, because through that I found streaming. I started to work for Streaming Disney for a little while. That didn't really work out, but then I started doing my own streaming. We've got our Patreon page and our Ohana now, and things are going really well with that. Now the magazines are here, and now this. All of this blossomed out of just my tiny little attempt to live life now instead of waiting until I could afford to live life. So I think that if you ever take any message away from me and my journey, don't wait. You know, don't wait. You don't know what little step you're going to take that's going to change your whole world. Yeah, I'm still struggling. I'm very honest with that. You all know that. Financially, I'm still struggling. But I'm also living. I'm out at Disney every day. My friends Amy and Josh and I are having the most fun time. We are having these incredible experiences, Christmas parties, fireworks crews, blessings that just flow into our lives. And I think that that's a lot how the universe works. I think that when you honor God by actually living your life, He honors you with what you are asking for. And I asked to have this amazing year out at Disney. And I have, no matter how hard it's gotten, no matter how scary the money stuff gets, no matter how tired I get, because I get tired sometimes, I keep going. You know, I don't give up, and I honor the commitment that I made, and I find that God honors that back. So I just want to encourage people to follow their dreams, no matter how small they are. To go to Disney World every day for a year, most people, that's not going to be their dream. Most people are going to think that's a really tiny, small, silly dream. But it changed my entire life and my future and where I see myself going now. So don't ever think your dreams are too small, and don't wait to pursue them. You will find a way. If it's in your heart, if it's in your soul to do it, you'll find a way. You just got to start taking the steps one day at a time. That's partly why we're here. So like our pages and our YouTube channels, subscribe to our magazines, and let's walk the journey together. It's just incredible. Life is just an incredible place, but you've got to activate it. So that's what we're here for. Inspire you, help you activate your life, your dreams.
Hi, everybody.
Oh, hi.
We just
You
went
didn't
live.
tell me that you were.
We just went live. You're fine.
Over on Disney 11, we are having a summer of fun. We are going scheduleless this summer, in large part because of the heat and the crowds, and we're going to have to work around them to get our streams in. We're also doing more video this summer, because when we're out there and we've got weather issues, sometimes we can catch video when we can't stream. So we're trying to still bring you as much Disney as we can. But the summer's going to be a little different. We're going to mix it up a little bit, but I think it's going to be fun. So stick with us. Make sure you've liked the Disney 11 page and that you have your notifications turned on. And don't forget, as always, You get all of our streams and our bonus content when you follow us on Patreon. So check that out. That's patreon.com/Samantha Lucas. And keep your eye on Disney Lovin' because we have a lot coming for you this summer. I know that most of you are just getting to know me in the last 6 months or so since I've been such a presence in Disney. And I love you all. That's awesome. And thank you for being a part of this. But I have sort of a history. I used to do some spiritual work, spiritual blogging. Before that, of course, I had my fiction that I've written. So I also know that there are still people, because you write me, and I know that you're still there. I have people that follow my fiction, and I have people that follow my life story, my spirituality, and that are a part of the Twin Flame community. And I want to let you all know that I have been on the quiet side of that for the last year, 2 years. Because I've been figuring things out. I've been, especially on the Twin Flame stuff, I've been going through some stuff there and figuring things out and processing a lot. And sometimes you have to go quiet while you process. One of the big reasons I've brought the Life I Write back, though, it's not the Life I Write back, though. One of the big reasons I've brought the Life I Write back into the light is because it's time. Because it's time. I feel healed enough. I feel like I've learned new things. I have new wisdom that I've gained, and I'm experiencing new things that, for me being a writer, it's just better when I process it in writing. So the Life I Write is my journey. It's for people who get something out of my writing about my life. I know that sometimes it's just when somebody isn't telling you you need to do this, but instead saying, this is what I'm experiencing, this is what I'm struggling with, this is what I saw happen, that connects and it resonates for people. And I have always had that gift of being able to help people not feel like they're alone in something, or help them turn on those little light bulbs just by writing about my experiences. So the Life I Write is a lot about that. It's about sharing my current big thing that I'm struggling with right now is actually something I'm calling the nourished life. It's not about diet, but it is about fitness and health and food. And it's things that I'm learning and changing in that aspect. So I'm writing a lot about that. There is going to be some section or some parts of Twin Flames in there because that is still a part of my life. If you don't know what Twin Flames are, think supersized soulmate from hell. But there's a real beautiful side of it too, and it's a very transformative process, and there's good to be had from that. And I like to focus on where the positives are and what you can bring from your experience, because I'm telling you, if I hadn't gone through my Twin Flame experience, I wouldn't be here now. I wouldn't be sharing my Disney. I wouldn't be writing new fiction. Oh, which Somerville is a story that's in Walton Oswald this summer. Starts to tell a very, I'm not going to call it a twin flame, it's definitely a deep soul bond. I'm not overly fond of any of the labels anymore, twin flame, soulmates, any of that, but this is an extraordinary soul bond that's going to come to life. So if you're looking for my fiction again right now, it's in Walton Oswald in little pieces in every issue. And I will be writing fiction again too down the road. So for those of you who have written me recently about Alethea or some of my other series that I've written in the past that maybe I haven't finished, there are plans to continue to write fiction. I will be 100% honest with you all. It's just a matter of trying to get my feet back on solid ground financially right now. I'm doing a lot of side work in little bits and pieces, and we're building Magical Dreams Media up. And we'll get there. We'll get there. If you want to help be a part of that, again, I'm going to go back to Patreon. The patrons supporting us over there, you don't have to be over there for Disney. You can be over there for the Life I Write. I am going to be sharing morning blogs and blessings over there for people that are looking for that, and also some of my fiction will be shared with people on Patreon as well. So I'm trying to round out Patreon to reach out to all the people that have followed me over the last 5 years in all the different incarnations, because I haven't forgotten any of you, and I haven't moved on from any of you. It's just been seasons. And this is the season where it all comes back together, where it all makes a whole. Oh my goodness, that's exciting. So stick with me because it's about to get really, really good. What makes the life I write different from anything else that I do is that it's very personal. And that's not for everyone. Because it's very personal, it's very honest, it's very raw. It is me sharing my life, my experiences, the lessons that I learned, the things that I'm struggling with. I share them in this format in the hopes of inspiring people, of encouraging people. I know that sometimes when you read someone else's struggle, you feel like you're not alone in your own struggle. So I share this journey of life in this format to anyone who might get a little bit of encouragement out of it. It has my entire heart, and it is a gift from my soul to yours. And you can subscribe for $1.99 a month. You can pick up one issue for 99 cents. I try to put them out every week, and I hope you journey with me. I get asked a lot what it's like to be able to live out here at Disney. Well, I grew up at Disneyland. Obviously, I didn't go all the time when I was a kid, but we went a couple of times a year, usually birthdays, and that was fantastic. Working at Disneyland was my first real big dream come true. And from the moment I started working there, I wanted to be in the park all the time, just like every single day, whether I was working or not. I just wanted to be there. I still feel that way. This is the first time I've put a concentrated effort into it like this. There are days you have to work to see the magic, because it does become a little bit of a job when you've like committed you're going to be out there every single day. There are days you wake up and you're just like, I want to go out there. And there are days you get there and it's really hot and it's really crowded and you just run into crabby people the whole day, and you have moments of like, why am I doing this? But for the most part, and this is the thing I think is really super cool, I've been out there, I don't know where I'm at 253 days, something like that. For the most part, I still have days, multiple days every week, where the magic just grabs you and you're at Disney World and it's amazing. And the other day, last week, we actually had some rain. It's been very dry here lately, and so we need the rain, and we've started to get a little bit. I was out there the other day. When you're out there in the daytime, in the morning, it's usually pretty okay. The sun's out and everything. The clouds roll in the afternoon, and then into the evening we get some storms. I stayed a little too late that day, and the storms came in before I left. And I wasn't in the best of moods. I wrote about this actually in The Life I Write, so if you've subscribed to The Life I Write, you may have already heard this story. And actually, I'm not going to give you the full story anyway, because that's not fair to the people that subscribe to The Life I Write. But the point is I was out there, and being out there in the rain that day really helped me rediscover my joy. I was having kind of a bad day. Watching kids splash in puddles and adults just laugh and just not even care that they were drenched. And I was filming a lot that day, video, and I kept having people jump in the camera and wave and give me the peace sign, and people were just joyful. I love those days. I love those moments. And that's why I wrote about it. I did a whole video montage of the rain at Disney, and that was a lot of fun. There are still days like that all the time, and I think that's part of the magic of that place. You can go out there every single day for a year, and there's still magic. There's still things to discover. I think that's why we're all drawn to it the way we are. You know, my thing is always the details. I love discovering the details. I always tell people, you know, whenever you're there, you have to look up and you have to look down, because there's so many things that people miss because they're just focused on get to the next ride, get to the next ride, get to the next ride. And when I stream, that's actually kind of the focus a lot of the time of my streams. I try to find those little things that you're probably not seeing when you're rushing around from one stream to the other. That's just my sort of niche with Disney. That's the stuff I love. I love the plants and the flowers and the light fixtures. And yeah, even 250 some odd days in, I'm still entranced by the magic. I'm still learning things. I'm still experiencing new things. I went on a firework cruise, not this last week, I think, but the week before. Just a quiet one, just a private one, from a boat in the marina at the Contemporary. That was one of the most fun things I've ever done out at Disney. And I had never done it, and it was amazing. Josh and Amy and I and a couple of other friends, we all went, and we had the best time. That's what's so special about Disney, and that's what's exciting about it, because life can be so freaking hard at times. But there's this place that you can go, and yes, it costs you a fortune, but you can go, and for a moment, it's all okay. Even if you just, when I first got here, I didn't have the money even for my annual pass, and I would just go hang out in the hotel lobbies sometimes, sit by a fountain, or I'd go to what was then downtown Disney, is now Disney Springs, and listen to one of the musicians play. There's magic there. That's why my fiction started to change. I started to write about the magic in the ground out there. I love it. I love it so much, and to now be able to be a part of bringing that to everybody, that's a huge blessing in my life, and it's humbling, and it's also a bit heavy. It feels like a big responsibility, but I think I'm up for the challenge. I'm excited about it. Real talk. I don't want to end this without sharing with you some of my story, because everything Magical Dreams Media, and everything Disney 11, and everything Walton Oswald and the life I write, all of that comes from one place, and that's in here. I have wonderful people helping me and working with me, especially on Disney 11 and on Walton Oswald, and I treasure them. But this whole little mini empire that I'm building, it all comes from inside. It's all stuff that's in my heart, things that I need to share, things that I need to bring to the world, in large part because of my personal experiences, because of things that I've gone through in my life, because of the love that I've had for Disney all my life, because of my faith in God that I've had all my life, because of how all of those things have changed and shifted as I grew up and life happened to me and things didn't go the way I had hoped or planned them to go. But I'm still here, and I'm still following dreams, and I think that matters, and I feel a need to share that with the world. I feel a need to inspire people. I feel a need to tell you, if you're in a dark place right now, it's going to pass. Don't give up. Walton Oswald, don't give up. Good things are coming for you. I know how dark this life can get. I know how hard it can get. I'm not in the best place right now myself. You guys know this. I losing all my income last year and going through my savings has left me in a really vulnerable place financially, and that's very stressful. But I don't give up, and that's what I want to bring to people. Life is hard at times, but there is magic, there is God, there is faith, there is beauty, there is Disney. There are reasons to keep going. And everything that I do, whether it's my fiction, or it's the life I write, or it's Walton Oswald, or it's the streams, or it's this webcast, the point and purpose to it all is to kick that little box inside you that goes, oh, I could do that. I want to follow my dream. I'm not going to give up today. I'm going to keep going. I can get there. My dream's important. That means everything to me. That's what I need to do. That's what I need to bring to this world. I need to bring to all the dreamers out there, because we get kicked hard. When we're dreamers, we're sensitive, and we're artists, and we're poets, and we're musicians, and we get the crap beat out of us at times. Life is hardest on us, and I know that experience. But I have also seen the beauty that comes from life when you keep going. The fireworks cruise that I was on was sitting in the middle of Seven Seas Lagoon on a little pontoon boat with my best friends in all the world, watching Happily Ever After light up the sky. And if you haven't seen that fireworks spectacular, gosh, you need to. It's the most incredible fireworks I've ever seen. Not the point. But there I was sitting in Seven Seas Lagoon, and I was just thinking of all the moments that had come before that, where I could have given up, where I could have said I can't do this anymore, where I could have said this is ridiculous, I'm being irresponsible, I need to just go get a regular job and stop pursuing this dream. I wouldn't have been in that lagoon. I wouldn't have seen what I saw that night. I wouldn't have had that experience. I wouldn't get the mail from people that I get telling me how much they appreciate what I've created with Patreon. The patrons that are there, there's so many of them that tell me all the time the family that I've created over there, which was not really my intention, but that came as, kind of a side effect of my following my dream, that's blessing people. We are all but ripples in a pond, and the best ripples come when you are living in your truth. Whatever that is for you. When you are true to who you are and you are following your dreams, you touch people and you touch lives, and you don't even know most of the time, but you make a difference. And my place in this point in time is to encourage you to do that with your life. Find your truth, follow your dreams, make a difference in this world. I'm going to be here every week telling you that. I'm going to be here every week telling you that. And Walton Oswald is going to tell you that. And The Life I Write is going to tell you that. Because that's why I'm here. I've had the crap kicked out of me a lot in this life. But I haven't given up. And life amazes me. God amazes me at every turn. So don't give up. Find your dreams. Find your truth. It matters more than you can ever understand. I am absolutely loving being out here and streaming for you guys and doing the videos for you all and the photos and all of that. And I really hope, and I'm having a good time with Josh too. I really hope you guys will consider signing up on Patreon and become a part of the community, because that will allow me to continue doing all of this great stuff that I'm doing and bringing all of that to you.
So stay tuned and have a wonderful, magical day.